going on? Welcome back to the channel. We're here at the RPM shop. Luckily I get to use this. Huge thanks to Cody Foss. He actually gave me permission to do all the work here on our stuff. So today in this video we're going to build a rear bumper for the Ranger, and we're changing up the exhaust. Now before, I know if you guys haven't seen, we straight piped it a couple videos ago. We just chopped out the rear muffler, ran it back out to the tailpipe. Well, with doing the new bumper, I'm actually going to take and chop pretty much right here. So we're going to leave 2 inches from the edge all the way back and around, because we're going to go off of the frame rail here with some brackets. And then we're gonna do a 2x4 style square tube bumper. So that's happening, and then just changing up the exhaust, because otherwise it would hang down to here, and of course all this stuff is gonna be missing. So I've already got I pulled the old exhaust out. That's what you can see laying on the floor here. And then I also took out the 2 catalytic converters. So there you can see O2 sensor used to sit in this hole. But what I got to do now is, this is the flange that comes off the manifold where it wires together. And of course we're going to be using 2.5-inch exhaust tubing here. As you can see, that doesn't quite line up very well. So I'm going to have to build some kind of a collector to 2.5 here. And then I just cut the O2 sensor out. We'll clean that up, make it round, and then we'll remount it in this new exhaust pipe. But I'm going to do most of this off camera. I might put it on a time lapse for you guys, but hopefully get the exhaust kind of done. And then of course we're going to 90 it, and we're going to do stack out the bed, but we'll show you more once we get there. So I'm going to get to work. So there we go. That took me probably half hour. What I did, I took that old flange, took a couple pieces, triangulated them, welded them together there, and now I have my 2.5-inch pipe. It'll come right up to there, and then we'll tack it or weld it, I guess. But I gotta go get that set up under the truck, and then we'll weld the long piece to it. Fast forward about 45 minutes, and this is where I'm at so far. So there's our collector, as we knew. Looking good. So I just down to the 2.5-inch pipe. There is the old bung for the O2 sensor. As you can see here, that's where it used to be. So I cut it out, then I cleaned up the bung, and then reused it, welded it back into our new pipe, and then it goes back there to a 90, which is also welded. And then I'm going to have a pipe come down from the bed that'll attach to here. So this is all I got going right now, and that'll run to the cab. Now, when you're mud bogging, when you're playing in the water, one thing that really sucks is if your engine dies and your exhaust is underwater, water then will come back up your exhaust pipe and then essentially flood your engine. I don't want that with this truck, so I am putting a stack. I know it's a gasser. I know it's going to be a little weird, but it's what I'm doing. So I went ahead already. I've cut a hole in the bed. I'm going to take some of this plate that I have, this one. I'm going to take, kind of make a little bit of a bracket there. Yeah, so I'll make a bracket with that. I'll have a hole drilled in it. We'll have the 2.5-inch pipe come up to a plate of its own. And then I'm going to take our 3-inch piece here. Let me just kind of set this. So pretend this has a hole in the 2.5-inch pipe coming up. Then this one will have a plate of its own. And we'll sandwich it right here with some silicone. And then it'll come up to the back of the truck. Of course, have our little 3-inch rain cap. But that's going to be the exhaust. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get it bolted back up to the header, or to the manifold, sorry. I'm going to then drop my 2.5-inch piece through. I'm going to get that all made. I might try and find a way to set you guys up on time lapse, but so far this is what we got going on. So this has to be one of the nuttiest things I've ever done, but just took this truck for a little bit of a test drive just to make sure everything was good. But man, it sounds weird. Not so much weird, but it actually sounds pretty good. So there we go, 3-inch stack. And what I did, I built a flange, or not a flange, but a base plate. So that's where it goes to. Now we have the exact same plate on the bottom side with the 2.5-inch coming in. So in the center of this, the 2.5 inches in there, and it's bolted, just sandwiched together. Now we'll slide under the truck here, show you guys what we did. So there's where it comes through the bed. I don't know if you guys can see that, not great lighting. It comes down, 2.5-inch 90. This is where we go to our nice long piece here. Slide up ahead. And there's our collector that I made. So I'm actually really happy with how everything turned out. It sounds pretty good. I don't know, might be able to see up in there. That's our O2 sensor that we had welded in as well. So everything's proper. So I'm gonna do a little startup video for you guys. Just set you kind of in the bed of the Ranger, and then yeah, we'll fire it up. I'll give it a couple revs. Now of course, because we're in park, it won't be able to go over 3,000 RPM, but still sounds pretty good. We'll set you guys in the bed pocket there. At idle. Of course, our rain cap, that's all that's vibrating. But it's like 700 RPM. Let's come into the cab here. Now doors shut with the windows open. I'm gonna close both windows, and then we'll do that little rev again, just so you guys know. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video. Now, to keep the video times down, the rear bumper build, that will be the next upcoming video, but stay tuned to the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Get the notification bell on so you're the first to know when the videos are live. Of course, we're posting every Thursday, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.